Hi guys, welcome. Welcome aboard, welcome home, welcome back. As always, completely dependent on where you are in relation to this channel, these messages, this energy, all of this goodness, right? So today we want to talk about the full moon that's happening on the 16th of April at 1:55 Central Time. This moon happens at 26 degrees of Libra. We know that Libra full moon means that the sun is in Aries because a full moon is always in opposition to the sun. So the axis is Aries Libra, right? And so Libra is the sign of balance, harmony, of being represented, right, by self and other. Libra is highly adjustable. It's adaptive energy. Libra is all about potential, right? It's the second air sign. Uh, Gemini, of course, is the first. That's about potential and possibility. Libra is about consequence, right? So it's about what comes next. And so sometimes, because Libra witnesses every potential and every consequence to every potential, Libra gets a little bogged down. It gets a little bogged down in the energetic. Because Libra sees how that consequence may affect the future and a relationship. Because, of course, Libra is the sign of one-on-one relationship energy, right? So this is not just love relations. This is relationship with any other. So this could be your significant other, your spouse, your lover. It could be your sister, your brother. It could be your child. It could be your boss, the lady who lives next door to you, the person that helps you at the bank, or simply just the person that you pass by on the road. Everybody is your one-on-one relationship, by the way. Libra is also ruled by the sign of Venus. So Venus is about our 3D sensual experience, right? Things that we can take in with our five senses. So Venus is also about things like charm and guile and persuasion and great taste and tact and thoughtfulness, hospitality, receptiveness, right? So, yeah. So that's a big bunch of energy, right? There's a lot to it. And here's the thing. This full moon axis is squared by Pluto, Pluto in Capricorn. And Pluto is big energy. Pluto is about transformation and regeneration and rebirth, right? Pluto has rulership over things like death and decay and depth, right? Intensity, the unconscious, things that are unexpressed or things that are repressed. What is hidden beneath the surface? What is seismic and tectonic? What moves and shifts underneath, right? Things that are sometimes uncomfortable or taboo, things that are in their very raw and unformed, unrefined state, things that are subtle or nuanced or between the lines. And here's the deal. Libra is a sign of grace and refinement. And Pluto is exactly the opposite, right? It's rough and raw and in your face. And so as we witness this energy square in our arenas of one-on-one relationships, here's the deal. Well, thank you. We would like to witness them as an evaluation of the unspoken, as capable of penetrating the depths, right? And the key here is that we are always working toward evolution. We are always looking forward to releasing anything that is not necessary or in alignment. The requirement here is vulnerability, right? Venus is all about vulnerability and that sensual nature, uh, you know, that energy of openness, that energy of being exposed, right? And here's the thing, we have Jupiter and Neptune that are conjunct in Pisces. They are totally here for this, by the way. We have Mercury and Uranus that are conjunct in Taurus. Again, totally here for it, willing to create a shift in narrative at the drop of a hat. At the drop of a hat. We also have the North Node trining Saturn, right? So at this point in time, we have the discipline to be in creation of our future, and not just the discipline to be in creation of it, but the awareness of our power to be in creation of our future. So here's the deal. We've got Jupiter and Neptune conjunct in Pisces. This is about expansiveness and new horizons, right? This is about euphoria and mysticism and universal energy, right? So it's important to note the difference between being open and being overextended. It's important to note the difference between being aligned with your ideals and being delusional. And as Venus is also sextiling Mercury and Uranus, oh, nice. It's important to note that we are also being asked to really pay attention, right? Venus is in Pisces again, right? Pisces is that watery medium that all of this transformation is taking place on and in and through. So Venus is about charm and grace and love, right? And Mercury is about communication, dynamic intellect, right? And Uranus is about genius and discovery. So the dangers here are inhibition, being hypercritical, the bonus, the upside, the availability. The availability is satisfaction and hyper perception, right? Deep, sensual perception. The difference in all of this, the deciding factor is always you, your perception, where you are in 3D space, right? Venus just asks you to be present. The full moon asks you to be in witness to what is being shown. Right? What is being shown? And if you can be present for all of this opportunity and really dive in that deeply vulnerable state, allow the energy to penetrate you all the way to the depths, right? That's what's going to make all the difference in your state of transformation and your availability for transformation. Let's talk. We've got the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles. The Sun, of course, the happiest card in the deck, right? This is radiance. This is completion. This is achievement, satisfaction, glorious. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is about self-sufficiency. This is about knowing that you have the resources to comfortably and abundantly get your business taken care of. So that's glorious, right? This is, yes, thank you. I am here for it, right? We talked about that. The universe wants to hand it out. We have the Ace, or the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Swords, right? So the Queen of Wands, this is such radiant fire queen energy, right? The embodiment of passion, satisfaction, inspiration. This is face first life, right? This is, yes, that sounds amazing. Yes, I would love to do that. Yes, right? This is that card. And the Ace of Swords allows you to cut away anything that is not in alignment. Anything that is not a yes becomes a no. Absolutely. That sort of truth just allows you to dismiss anything, but it requires, right? It requires that deep vulnerability, that alignment with your sense of yes or no, right? not just the power of your creation, but your awareness of the power of your creation and the power of your destruction, right? You have to create, you have to give up, you have to create, you have to give up, because we have to have space for what allows to come in. So this is that discernment, that distinction, always illuminated by the full moon. We have the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles. The Fool card, of course, fully resourced, literally walking forward with nothing more than that, yes, I am here, right? Yes, I know it will be provided. Yes, I believe in the universe as the sourcing, the energetic, right? Knowing that every bit of transformation that is required of me is already sourced. It's already teed up, right? All of the available energy is there, no matter what, right? This is understanding. Ten of Pentacles, right? This is legacy. This is that next card here. This is the I've got this card. This is the we've got this card, or I have enough for everyone. Right? This is look what I have built, look what I have created, look what I have called in, look what I have allowed, look what I have claimed, right? So as we have all of this beautiful watery energy asking you to be in that faith, in that vulnerable state, what is more purely creative than a vulnerable state? Fully open, fully vulnerable, no guarding, right? Nothing to be afraid of that is not handleable or handled for you, right? Ten of Pentacles is creating that legacy, right? That deep foundation of future um, motion, right? Of this, of everything. The sun shines on it. And then we've got the Ten of Cups, the Seven of Wands, right? The Ten of Cups. This is that legacy card, as it relates to deep emotional fulfillment, right? So with all of this water energy, of course, all of your cups are available to be filled. The universe is nothing but a fountain right now for you. It's just about whether or not you have the courage to hold your cup up to the fountain, right? And allow it to be drenched and filled. Um, it's there. It's up to you. Seven of Wands, this is about knowing what to fight for, right? This is your card of discernment, as we talked about, right? The source of distinction is you, right? It's about you and where you create your perception. And so if you create your perception as, of course, this is all already mine, right? I'm simply going to have to call it in. I'm simply going to have to be in alignment with my expansion, my openness, my concept of euphoria, right? My willingness to accept satisfaction and charm and grace and love and be uninhibited as I do it. Right? What you leave room for will come to you. Really? Okay. Thanks. Got that right. We don't even have to talk about a faith walk because we know. So this is lovely, this completion. Look at that beautiful Ouroboros. My goodness, he's lovely. And a 9 card, of course, is about cycle completion. It's about lessons. It's about learning and integration. So let's see what they have to say here. All things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is the nature of life. The seed, the flower, and the fruit, and all of human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form into a new one. Let's read that again. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form into a new one. Could there be a better little sentence for a Libra full moon? I don't think so. You have finished a cycle, and there is no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regard to relationships, it's time to honor what has been and find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it is the time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. Clinging to the old form will only bring decay. When fruit is left too long on the vine, it rots. You know that it's time to move on, yet you are reluctant. Do not be afraid of hurting anyone's feelings. Remember that you are responsible for your actions, not the actions of others. Mourn what is lost so you can move on. Do not be sad. Be like the sun at midday who shines brightly, neither longing for sunrise nor dreading the dusk. Listen, uh, cue that back a time or two if you need to, but everything we just talked about in terms of this particular new moon was in this card, completion. Let Pluto do his job, right? Let him come in and dance with Venus in the water at this new moon, right? Let it happen. um, Give yourself to the energy fully, right? Create yourself anew in this vulnerability. Do not be afraid of your raw state. Do not be afraid of your raw state, right? Revel, thrive. You are the difference. Blessed full moon, guys. Blessed full moon.